Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million.
$50 million?
No more white girls, though, Shannon. That's it. Come on now. Listen, you messing with everything that you ain't grow up with in the South. Huh? Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. That's why you're in trouble now. And now you always want to call us your fans and the people you love. Hell no. Stop messing with Betty and them. That's their problem.
Welcome and welcome back to my channel, guys. It's your girl Pebbles. Thank you for always coming back to watch me. It's a pleasure having you here. Subscribe to my channel if my content interests you and leave your comments in the comment section, okay? Don't forget to smash that like button as you watch this video. Now, tonight's video will be about none other than Shannon Sharpe, who's going viral in these United States of America. And I'm pretty sure many of you already heard that he is being accused of a 19-year-old who he was allegedly in a relationship with. Okay, he is accused of manipulating her and grooming her, but Sharpe is saying that this is a shakedown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
But today, those allegations took a new turn when the 19-year-old who Sharpe has now named, her name is Gabriella Zuniga. Today, the allegations took a new turn when her attorney released more voice notes of Shannon Sharpe having some sort of discussion with her on the phone that really sounded like manipulation and like he was forcing her to do things that she didn't want to do.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting ch***ed, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might you in public. Big black guy, small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well...
Now, Shannon Sharpe has since come out and said that this is a shakedown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
But I'm going to read out what happened today, Wednesday. You know, this is getting more juicy as the day goes by. Now, this 19-year-old, it is alleged that they were in a relationship for 2 years, and she's an OnlyFans model, aka 408. What do they call it? 403. 403. Is that the number? Am I getting it right, guys? I'm too old for this, all right? I'm too old for these things. And so yeah, they were supposedly in some sort of relationship, you know, where, you know, money is exchanged and all that kind of thing. So anyway, let's move on to the new deets that happened today, Wednesday, regarding this legal battle. The legal battle surrounding Hall of Fame, NFL tight end, and ESPN personality Shannon Sharpe took a devastating turn on Wednesday as the lawyer for Sharpe accuser Tony Buzbee released a second, even more disturbing audio clip to TMZ, allegedly featuring Sharpe making violent threats towards the woman, now suing him for rape. Now, we all know who Tony Buzbee is. Remember, Tony Buzbee was that attorney who also sued JayZ, you know, along with that young lady who accused JayZ of all those things. But that lawsuit was thrown out because it was all a lie, it was all fabricated. So hey, now JayZ is suing him. So he is known for these types of lawsuit. Whenever you hear his name, you don't have to question why. Just know that there's a black man involved, and then there is a little snow bunny, underage, very young, involved as well. Anyway, Sharpe 56 has denied the allegations, calling the lawsuit a shakedown in a video statement released on Tuesday, and I will leave the video statement, a little clip of it here, where he says that it is a shakedown. However, the release of this new video has injected a fresh wave of horror and controversy into an already scandalous case. Shannon Sharpe is always in some scandalous-ish. Is there a time when this guy look at himself and say, you know what? I'm an old unk right now, man. I'm an old unk. I need to chill. I just need to stay away from all this drama and this nonsense. Wasn't he recently in the media because of some leak tape of him doing some women, and he said he mistakenly recorded it without even knowing he was recording it? Why is he always in the news for some nonsense? Why? Why, Unc? Come on. You're old, man. You're like a grandpa right now. The new audio, a chilling exchange between Sharpe and his accuser. In the newly published recording, Sharpe and the unnamed accuser engaged in a tense conversation about his trip to Los Angeles. When the woman expresses reluctancy about going out on the town, her reason is blood chilling. And I'm going to read I'm going to play the phone conversation and try to sort of clip out all the, words that I think will get me in trouble on YouTube. But read between the lines. Use your common sense. Read between the lines. Anyway, I'll read through this. So the message says,
well, I'm not really interested in getting jokes, so I guess we're going.
Sharpe responds with hesitation. I might choke you in public. Big black guy, small white girl. But she was basically saying in the clip that she really didn't want to go out, and he said, and her reason for not wanting to go out is she didn't want to get CHOKED. And he said, I could CHOKED you in public, or I could CHOKE you in public. Big black guy, CHOKE, small white woman. To which the woman quickly say, not a good look, Shannon. So that telephone conversation was definitely planned. She recorded that. She wanted to use that as evidence. So it is alleged that she has been collecting evidence for a while so that she can do this lawsuit to sue him for $50 million. She's suing him for, okay? And the raw, aggressive nature of the exchange paints a disturbing picture of their dynamic shortly before the alleged assaults took place. In response to the explosive leak, Sharpe representative moved swiftly to frame the conversation as part of a broader, allegedly consensual relationship dynamic. Sharpe claims that the conversation of this nature were common between Sharpe and the woman. They argue that the clip is a tiny excerpt without precise date or context and does not accurately portray the nature in the relationship. So I have been hearing that they had some sort of a role play relationship, and from some of the text messages that I've seen, it appears that this is true, where she mentioned several times that she wants him to, do this to her and this to her with cuffs and leashes and, strings and bounds and all those kind of things, and then do with her. Read between the lines, guys. All right, I can't say everything on here. So it appears that this was sort of a role play, and I don't know what you call this kind of thing. If it's S&M or whatever, that kind of relationship they had. There was one point where she said each of her cheeks It's $25,000 each cheek, one cheek, two cheek. So $50,000 he had to pay to clap those cheeks. Ooh, clap the cheeks. But you know what cheeks I'm talking about. $50,000 he had to pay for that. So it was kind of a, fun for money and, and role plays and stuff like that. And a lot of people are into that kind of thing. And I remember, I think I told this story before, where I was at somewhere hanging out and this guy and we started having a conversation, and he told me that one of his first encounter, I think someone asked him, what was your strangest encounter with a woman? And he said one of his first encounter was where he met a girl in a bar, took her home or went to her house, and she asked him to pretend that he is GRAPI in her. He's graping her. She wants to run around the house and he needs to chase her around the house, chase her down and pin her down and do things. And she wants him to put a mask over his head and all of those things. And he said it scared the living daylight out of him. And he politely removed himself quickly from her apartment and he left. And these are the things that a grown man like Shannon Sharpe should know, that you don't play with things like this. But it appears that Shannon loves and enjoys these kinds of things. It appears that Shannon may be the one who allegedly initiates these kind of things or kind of groom her into, these things. Who knows? You never know. Because a man with common sense, if a girl say those things to him, like, hey, I want you to do this thing to me and that thing, and you know that this can get you in trouble, it's time for you to bounce. Pack your bags and leave. First of all, she is 19 years old. What is a 56-year-old doing with a 19-year-old? Or 57-year-old man? What is he doing with a 19? What do they have in common? Not even the sex they don't have in common. Even that, they don't have in common. What is it with them? Does it make them feel younger? I don't get it, guy. I don't get it.
A man like Shannon should learn to let his boundaries be louder than his urges. Every man is tempted, but a disciplined man controls his temptations. Boundaries are to protect you. It is not punishment. Shannon needs to grow up.
I do believe that this girl I do believe that this was consensual. I'm not saying that it wasn't. I believe this was consensual. I believe also that this is a shakedown. I'm not going to exclude her from all this. It's a shakedown for sure, and I believe that whatever they had going on together, that it was consensual. But the mere fact that she was recording him that whole time, she was setting him up the entire time. She even told him in a text that she wanted him to put a baby in her, a black baby in her. Why would a young girl want a black man to put a black baby in her? Come on, we all know why. We all know why. That's bank right there. The minute he, gets her pregnant, that would be it. She could retire from being a 403. OnlyFans, because he would have to pay child support for years and years to come. And since she didn't get that, I'm assuming she figured, hey, he's not going to give me the baby I want. Just like what a lot of these other girls do to these basketball players and these rappers and these movie stars, these African American movie stars. The same thing. It's the same thing she wanted to do, to tie him with a child, but she didn't get that. And because she didn't get that, she figured, hey, let me find another way to trap this man. And so she started recording him. And she probably went into this with all this S&M stuff because she probably planned this ahead of time. Like, this is a way I'm going to do this. And then 2 years later, I can have all this information compiled. And then I can go to this attorney because, hey, look, P. Diddy's in jail. He had to pay off Cassie. All these other people, they got money from these men. So, hey, these girls are smart these days. But these older men are not smart enough to protect their bag. Now, Shannon Sharpe has said many times in interview, well, I wouldn't say many times, but I've seen him in an interview where he said whenever he stays at a hotel, he doesn't allow any delivery person who is a female into his room when he's there, and the cleaner, if she's a female, is not allowed into his room when he's inside. He also said that he does not go into an elevator with a single woman. And people ask why, and he said because people can accuse you of certain things that you don't do. But how is he avoiding walking into an elevator with someone? But he couldn't avoid plunging himself into a 19-year-old girl. A 19-year-old younger girl. Come on now. Come on. Make that make sense, Shannon. Were you thinking with this head or this head? Seriously. Make it make sense. I am not understanding. Monique warned you. Katt Williams warned you. Monique clearly told you it was time for you to stop chasing little girls, little young girls, and find yourself a grown woman. You laughed at her. You laughed at her, Shannon, when she told you that.
Mo is different now. Than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
You tried to say that. What you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know
I'm
you looking at your
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my
Let me
life.
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I know.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Now your day is here. You said, well, many people said you were not into black women either. Many people said you were into Caucasian women. You denied it, but records showed that most of the women who you chose to date, and people have preferences, but most of the women you chose to date were Caucasians. Now you are up here crying.
Oh, I want my family, you people to stand with me. You are my people, my people, my people. Where are you? I want you to stand with me. It's a shakedown. She is shaking me now. Stand with me.
No, we're not here to stand with you, Shannon. No, 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 no. Go to the other side and ask them to stand with you, sir. That's where you chose to go. This is why you are in trouble right now. You understand me? Gabriella. She wanted a baby gravy. I think she said, did she say oxtail gravy? Guys, I can't remember. She said, put some oxtail gravy in me. Oxtail gravy. No, she didn't say oxtail gravy. I'm just kidding. She said baby gravy in her. Can you imagine? 13 pages of allegations on Shannon Sharpe, a grown 56-year-old man who was about to sign a media deal for $100 million. Bam, a few days later, he was slapped with a $50 million lawsuit. She wanted half. This is the plan. Listen, if he had married her, she would have divorced him and taken half, right? Now she found another way. She's like, I am going to wait for this guy to make a big deal. There's going to be a day when this guy is going to be like, you know what? He's going to get a big deal, okay? A big deal, 100 million or whatever. And whatever it is, I'm going to ask for half. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to put all these allegations out here against him. And I'm going to try to get half of his money. By any means necessary. She couldn't get him to put the baby gravy, the black baby in her. She couldn't get him to marry her. What else is she going to do? What other plan do you think she's... Listen, these young girls are smart. Let me tell you. I was young too. So I know. Okay? I know how to play the game. So these young girls, listen, they will outsmart you when you think they are dumb and you can manipulate them. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of these men love these little younger ones. They love the youngins because they think mentally they can groom them and manipulate them. That is why. That is why. And they think grown women, you know, they say grown women have too many baggages and they're this and they're that. No, because grown women have standards and boundaries and all those kind of things, you know. We're not going to tolerate nonsense. We're not going to allow you to speak down to us the way I heard he was talking to that girl, you know. We're not going to allow him to do certain things to us when we're behind the closed doors. Probably not. because we have boundaries and we have standards. They go for the little girls because they think the little girls are weak up here, but they don't realize that those younger girls are not that weak. They're smart, sir. They are smart. And if they don't know what to do, guess what? Chat GPT will tell them what to do. AI will tell them what to do, okay? How many mistakes are you going to make, Shannon? We're tired of you making mistakes. We're tired of hearing about you in the media. We're tired, Shannon. You're too old for this, Shannon. Your legacy. You're throwing away your legacy, sir. You have a daughter who is 20-something, 26, 27 years old. And you're dating a 19-year-old. A 19-year-old? Come on. And you know what's funny? Shannon said this on one of his podcasts on the Shay thing. He said the reason why he prefers younger women or dates young girls, and it's nobody's business. He went off on Dr. Omar Johnson or whatever his name is. He went off on him and said he date those little young Mzungu or white girls because he wants somebody who can keep up with his daughter. Those were his exact words. Yes, that's what he said. This is not a lie I'm telling. He says he wants someone who can keep up with his daughter. Like he can give them money and say, go shopping with my daughter. Go do this. Keep up with her.
And you, Monique, was saying that I need to date, older women.
Yeah, that's what you need, huh? That's what you need, man.
Why y'all? Hold on, Ocho. They talk about. And somebody I read a comment. I don't know why these older men want to date these young girls that can be old enough, that can be young enough to be their daughters, and don't find that creepy. I respond to say, I don't know why these women be in everybody's business and don't find that creepy.
Dear older women, we are going to sit this one out, all right? Let's sit this one out. You heard him loud and clear. Let this young thing get her $50 million. We're sitting back and we are laughing while she laughs all the way to the bank. Let's cheer her on. Go on, Becky, with the good hair. Get your bag, darling. Us old women over here, we're cheering for you.
But why? Hold on. But if Stella can get her groove back, Shay go get his groove back. How Shay got his groove back?
Well, I guess he did not read the second book to find out what happened to Stella. He only watched the movie. Guess what? Stella, young thing, got half of her wealth and he left her for a man. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't say no for Stella, because I remember I went to the movie and you clap it. Yeah, child. Do it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now all of a sudden, O'Shea trying to get his back is a problem.
Yeah, it's a double standard. It's a double standard. I mean, at the end of there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody, and your day is going to come. Your day is going to come.
And today is the day. His day came. The embarrassment, the disgrace. His day truly came. You predicted it, Chad.
There is somebody for you. There's somebody out there for you. Most of the time is our expectations aren't really realistic.
Yeah.
Aren't really realistic. You waiting on this rich man.
Somebody
on the white horse.
They go talk about, I don't know why I'm dating them. I'm like, baby, you didn't have a chance no matter what your age was. you could just like, no, you had zero chance, less than zero, a negative integer. I just want to know, let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm dating somebody 30.
What 30? That's a good number. 30,
I'm just saying.
That's a good number.
Who am I harming? Well, you got kids, okay, Ann? I need somebody kicking with my daughters anyway. Hey, y'all go shopping.
Disgraceful. He is a disgrace. We're not here to stand by you. I'm sorry. And even though he had an issue with him and Dr. Omar had an issue. I saw a clip where Dr. Omar is saying he's standing by him.
Ride with you, Uncle Shay Shay. The unapologetically African alpha males are going to ride with you, Uncle Shay Shay. No more snow bunnies after this, my brother. That's it. Your snow bunny card has been revoked.
Oh, good for you. Good for you, but it would not be us. Anyway, so what I'm going to do right now is play clips of a few people who, you know, had their own opinion on this entire situation. I'm going to play clips from males and I'm going to play clips from females so that you guys can hear what other people think about Shannon Sharpe and this entire debacle, this entire situation. Now, tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But tell me what you think about this entire situation. Do you think it was a shakedown? You know, do you think this girl planned this whole thing starting from 2 years ago when they started dating? Or do you think this was only recent after she realized that she was not the only one he was dating, and also that she was not getting enough money out of him, because it appears that she wanted him to, you know, drop big dollars on her, and he probably was, but not as much as she really wanted. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and tell me if you've heard about the whole scandal about him, and tell me what you think. All right, let me play the clips for you guys right now. One of the clips is coming from an attorney who said that Shannon tried to negotiate. He tried to offer her $10 million and she refused. And I remember when Tony Buzbee, the attorney, tried to shake down JayZ. JayZ was adamant that he would not pay $1 to that girl. And JayZ said paying would just show that he's guilty, and he knew that it was all a lie. So why would he go out there and pay her some money? And people are saying that the mere fact that Shannon tried to pay her $10 million in this mediation is that perhaps there is some sort of damaging evidence that the girl is holding on to, and Shannon is afraid that if this is released, then he will go down. More people are going to come out of the woodworks and try to sue him as well. So he wanted to shut her up by just giving her the $10 million. Perhaps because he doesn't want what happened to Diddy to happen to him. Because remember, if Diddy had given Cassie the money from day one, I don't think he would have been in jail right now, because no one would have known about what happened to her. So I think this is what Shannon was trying to avoid. Plus, Shannon and this deal, this $100 million deal that is, you know, pending right now, he probably realized that all of this is going to cause him to lose his job. He's not going to have a job at the end of the day, whether this is true or false. Because what you have to understand is, I'm not sure if this deal, this podcast deal, was with Disney or whoever, but they don't like scandals like this, especially when it involves young white girls. So they're definitely not going to hire him after this. He's going to lose the money. So perhaps that's why he was trying to pay her off so this could go away and he would, you know, have his job. But it's too late, Sonny. It's too late. It's too late. It's already gone down. Everything is out here in the media and people are going crazy about this. But
let's talk about what it means that Shannon Sharpe was willing to settle the assault case for $10 million. I'm a lawyer in real life. I don't play one on television. I am a personal injury lawyer. I have settled a lot of cases. And one thing I can tell you for sure is that you do not settle a case for $10 million because it's a nuisance and you just want to get rid of it. A $10 million offer to settle a case suggests to me that there is a substantial likelihood that the person who is bringing the claim is credible. I said that the person is credible or the claims are credible. I didn't say that Shannon Sharpe actually did what is alleged. But if you're going to settle a case for $10 million, it's because you have a lot to lose, a lot more than $10 million. So in this case, we know that there's a video floating around. Now, I thought it was very strange that they did not talk about the video in the original complaint. But now I'm starting to understand why they probably did not. That video may be their best piece of leverage. The video that Shannon told us about, that he raised in his statement about this case, may be very damning. In fact, he said as much. I watched this video, I read his statement, and he said that the 10-second video is taken out of context. And then we hear the phone call. And in the phone call, we hear him saying, you know, I'm going to choke you. And it wasn't in an endearing way, if saying I'm going to choke you is any way endearing, but it sounded more like a threatening way.
Thing I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
I know people are going to say she set him up, and maybe she did. She certainly recorded phone calls. She recorded them having sex. But at some point, Shannon has to take responsibility for this, for his actions, for allowing himself to get in this situation. This is reminiscent of Diddy's downfall. Diddy could have paid Cassie before she filed that lawsuit. He didn't. She filed a lawsuit. He paid her a day later. But by that time, the floodgates were open. Everyone who had a grievance against him began filing lawsuits. All the information about his bad behavior over the years started to come out after Cassie filed that lawsuit. I truly believe that if he had paid Cassie, he would not be sitting in jail today. Shannon may have made the same mistake by not paying this woman before this information came out. I understand this is not the first time he has been accused of something like this, and this could open the floodgates.
Everything he's getting, he deserves. I'm sorry, but I don't feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. Everything he's getting, he deserves it. Once you found out that that young lady was 19, you should have been turned completely off, that you wouldn't even entertain her. But since you did, you're getting everything that you deserve. The devil comes to destroy, and that's exactly what's happening to him. I hope she get every dime that she's asking for. A 56-year-old man should have nothing in common with a 19-year-old girl. Ladies, protect your daughters from these pedophiles. They come in all shapes and colors. And he's not the only one. That's the crazy thing about it. Okay, Diddy got caught. R. Kelly got caught. Good. Shannon Sharpe. Okay. Y'all, there's so many other ones that we don't even know about. And there's some in your community. It's some at your job. Protect your daughters from these pedophiles, because they look at something and be like, that's nice. Listen. The devil comes to destroy, and he's getting everything that he deserved. She might have looked older than 19, but once you found out she was 19, he should have stopped all communication. Now look, and when people start recording you at an early part of your relationship, you already know what time it is. She came for the money, sir, and that's what she's about to get.
Listen, I remember when I used to hang out and party and go to these exclusive places. I remember going to JayZ's 4040 Club, a grand opening in Manhattan. And a group of 6 girls walked in, blonde, blue eyes, tall, gorgeous. And I overheard their conversation. And they were targeting wealthy guys, basketball players that were there, rich guys. And that's what they said. Let's listen. We're going to split up. And we're going to find wealthy men tonight. We are not leaving without a basketball player. So men, high value men, after they reach a certain status, guess what? They are a target to these women. They are. It's all about money. And a lot of these men know that, but they don't care until FHIT hits the fan.
I do not feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. Actually, nail him to the wall. Men like Shannon Sharpe go after women whose frontal lobe have yet to develop, and then when they prove to you that they are still children, it's, how dare she try to manipulate me? How dare she try to get money from me? Why do you think she's with your old ass? No, really. Why would a 19-year-old go after a man in his 50s who she also knows is only here for a good time? Y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep doing it. It keeps happening because y'all have spent y'all years mistreating women. And then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, you're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense, because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the point where she's like, wait a minute. That's when y'all want to be like, oh, she got baggage. She got baggage. She got boundaries. And y'all don't want women with boundaries, with self-respect. Y'all want little girls who is going to do whatever y'all want her to do for a little bit of change. You on that phone telling that girl that you her and that she gonna like it. And now she trying to get over on you and you mad. She's in it for money. She's in it for the money. Where y'all problem is, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all get so full of yourself that you genuinely think this child wants you for real. Men like that scare me. Because what does a 56-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common? Actually, she's 20 now and he's 56 now. So a 55-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common. What? What do you have to talk about? What life experiences do y'all have to discuss? None. And anytime, and I know men are going to find their way in their comments like, it's legal. If you have to say it's legal as a way to defend your dating preferences, you're a predator. You're a predator. That's like us saying slavery was bad and y'all be like, well, it was legal. That doesn't make it okay. Does that make it okay? I mean, it's legal. Because y'all love to be, she legal. And then you know what I always find so funny? When men get to, when people ask them like, well, if you had a 19-year-old daughter and a man in his 50s wanted to date her, would you be okay with that? Well, I mean, if he was going to take care of her and if he was going to, no, you would not. You would not be okay with that. You would think, man, he is dirty. But for somehow y'all can reason with yourselves and think that that's okay. Any way you shift them is disgusting. I think in any relationship where there is a significant difference, whether it be finances or age, there is going to be a level of manipulation. But if the age gap is bigger than the person's age, it's not appropriate.
Trigger warning, this message is for Shannon Sharpe and Shannon Sharpe only. If your name ain't Shannon Sharpe, keep scrolling, because this is a personal conversation. Okay, Shannon Sharpe, listen. This is the one and only time that I'm going to take a person's side before we even find out the results, because I know that you just signed that deal and I know how the piranhas is swarming, okay? But let me tell you something. Only way that me and the cousins is taking your side is a few stipulations that I need you to follow, okay? Number one, you ain't messing with no more OnlyFans girls. That's it, Uncle Shannon. You too damn old for that. You almost 60s. Don't nobody care because you look like one of these young bucks out here that you can still be messing with people younger than damn kids. That was out of line, okay? Number two, no more white girls, Uncle Shannon. That's it. Come on now. Listen, you messing with everything that you ain't grow up with in the South. Huh? Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. That's why you're in trouble now. And now you always want to call us your fans and the people you love. Hell no. Stop messing with Betty and them. That's a damn problem. Come on now. Now this is ridiculous, Uncle Shannon. You got to stop this. Okay? Now everybody looking at you, feeling bad for you because you up here in this checkerboard suit looking like you got them at a picnic trying to get us to feel bad for you in your Easter suit. This is why we here. Now, once we get you through this, get you a nice, wholesome lady, like Aunt Monique said, an older joint, something that cook for you. You know what I'm saying? Something that still leave voicemails. Huh? They don't just text, they call. Huh? They know when you're junk on DIDNT that you at work. They ain't gonna disrespect you, huh? When you talk a little bit of trash, they say, you heard what I said. You come home, she got a slip on. Huh? Nothing underneath, huh? Front dragging just like the back. Huh? It's time for you to start acting your age, Uncle Shannon. Take them frames off and sit your Michael Clark Duncan down and be goddamn a wholesome black man. Okay?
A dude that's 56 years old with allegations coming from a 20-year-old. Who? Scooby-Dooby-Doo? I'm going to say it again. The look on my face. This is the look of a man that's 56 years old trying to explain how a lawyer's coming after him for sleeping with a 20-year-old. I don't want to hear nothing about it's legal. Being 56 years old, were you almost 40 years older than this child? You could be her daddy and her granddaddy at the same time? See, the thing about it is, there's a certain taste or smell of stench that comes with this. That either way, when you're listening to a 20-year-old and the allegations of what she's saying that this old, decrepit man did to her, the fact that it might have been consensual and she might be lying, even though she has audio, and Dr. Umar Johnson talking about he's staying with him. What you mean you were staying with a dude that's 56 years old talking about dating a child? He's a child to him. I have children.
A lot of y'all missing the whole point with this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, it's not really about if she's wrong, if she's trying to beat him out some money or not, if he's guilty or not. I mean, I hate to see him in this situation, but that's not the point. The point is, why did he put himself in that position? See, we got to be smarter. See, a lot of people throwing this, pointing the finger at her, saying she tricking off, she wrong, she did. Man, look, he shouldn't have never been in that situation anyway. I mean, come on, 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides? So you just gonna continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that. It's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you know, you can get caught up. There's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons. Come on, man, let's be real. You done did that before. And you cannot tell me you don't reach 40 years old, 45, and you think it ain't no older women that's 40, 45 that still look good. They all over the place, bro. And they educated. They got something to bring to the table. And they looking for good men like you who can bring something to the table. But y'all falling into the trap. Y'all want stuff that's so easy. All you gotta do is just pay and shit, do whatever you want. You're gonna find yourself 60 years old and by yourself with nobody who you built something with, somebody that really care about you. None of that. You're gonna find yourself in a scenario where you're gonna be in a hotel with one of these females. You're gonna have a heart attack or something. You know what she gonna do? She gonna break up out of there and leave you to die because she don't care about you. She only there for the bag. Come on, man. We gotta be smart. We can't make the bag and give it away thinking with the small head and she thinking with her head. So she gonna outthink you every time because she thinking up here. You thinking down here. You got a one-track mind. Nail her. That's it. That's the lesson behind all this here. Man, look, it ain't got nothing to do with if she's guilty of trying to beat this man or whatever. Now all these allegations that she throwing out there. It's bigger than that because it's a life lesson for us. Some of you guys gonna run into some money. What you gonna do with it? Some of you guys got money right now. What you gonna continue to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with Instagram and OnlyFans females? Are you out your mind? That's money, man, you can put back in your community where you come from and help some people. You can help some kids go to college. You can help some people start a business. You can show some people with something, you know, that can change their life with that money. That's the point in this. That's the point. I said this in the video, but a lot of people ain't getting it. They think I'm trying to tear Shannon Sharpe down. People saying that that's the problem with the brothers now. We knocking each other. Man, this ain't got nothing to do with knocking him. This about us waking up and doing the right things. We got to be smarter.
Tell me what you think in the comment section and tell me if you've heard about the whole scandal about him. And tell me anyway, guys, thank you for watching me and enjoy the rest of your night. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.